and this is the third version, Arma 3. This is all right for you, Apollo. Oh, by the way, Apollo is Skyrid. He's got this idea that he wants to use Skyrid, but everyone knows him as Apollo, so everyone should vote to have him change his name to Apollo for the game. But Apollo was in Arma 3. It is not a Call of Duty like game. It is a real war simulator. You know, one shot, you're dead. Shrapnel from a vehicle exploding could rip through you. And the idea, which is horrifying, of yes, a vehicle blows up, then all the ammunition starts to cook on the vehicle. He ran us through in Arma 3. You have there's a new Zeus mode where you can actually create a scenario, and it's almost like a God mode, which I want to learn because you know how much I love to DM. But he was putting together events, right? Right? He was putting together an event for us, and even got Canadian military gear just for us. It was kind of cool. So we had like a slingshot and some bubble gum that we could use. No, I'm kidding. But and he gave us an engagement, and holy crap, I have never felt so much adrenaline in a game. And literally, the AI isn't like it knows your dot on the map and it just beelines towards you. It reacts like other people. Like I went around a corner and there was an enemy, and both of us just looked at each other for a few seconds and realized, wait, you're an enemy. And he's like, you know, he recognized, and we both raised our guns. Oh my gosh. It's not just like you walk around the corner, bloop, you're killed because the AI, you know, the AI acts like a person. It quickly, like other troops will come in and they try to identify before they shoot. And you've got that few split seconds. Oh my gosh. But it was quite fun, and I'm thinking about streaming it at some time. Blackheart, I am rambling about Arma 3, which Apollo is running. He is looking for a bunch of people that are interested to join a squad and have proper training. Like, well, because it's not a Call of Duty, Zerg, die, re-go back again. It's a lot of planning, it's a lot of thinking, and it's a lot of waiting. It's like real RV, but it's kind of an exhilarating experience, and the realism was so much that I was actually getting road sickness on the helicopter ride. It could also be amazing piloting skills by Apollo as he was showing off his skills, and he actually looped a helicopter, which I didn't. I actually felt nauseous, but I'm babbling. Arma 3, way too many controls to remember. I'm still learning most of them, but it's really in depth. And like I said, it was having him also work as an instructor. Like he's sitting there telling you certain things and all that kind of thing. It was really good, and I might stream it because I did enjoy it so much. Ooh, Hateful is in the middle of modding. Oh, okay, no problem. Thanks for the update. I'm going to keep poking Hateful. I'm going to start then without him. He can watch the VOD, hopefully. Life, way too many controls. Life, yep. Oh man, Shift W and Shift S. Oh, by the way, we were using Arma 2 configuration rather than the Arma 3. But Shift W and Shift S is my friend. That's all. White Tiger, off to work. Have a good one. Take care, man. So anyway, so without further ado, what's going on for tonight is I'm finishing the last chapter of Batman, which is about an hour and some odd, maybe an hour and a half. I'm not too sure. It could be 2 hours. I'm not too sure. It might be running over. But I should be done about 8:30, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And then there'll be a pause, and at 9 p.m. Eastern, come back here again, and I'm going to be doing the Star Wars, the Old Republic playthrough. Not all at once, because it's a long playthrough, but with the character class that you guys voted for. And hey, if you have not voted yet, everybody has to vote sometimes. I don't know why I sang that. That was kind of weird. But here is the straw poll for the decision of what I'm playing. But that is going to be doing the story arc of that character class, because each character, like the MMO, in my opinion, kind of failed as an MMO. it's now getting better, but it's getting better in the elements of an MMO I don't usually like. I'm not a fan of raids. I'm not a fan of this, but that's a big thing that's gotten better in that game. For me, it's all about the story, and that's what I loved about the game. But in my opinion, Knights of the Old Republic could have been one of those four-person or co-op type of games where you're playing it and you can have a friend drop in and play with you rather than an MMO, because each of the 8 character classes has an entire story arc. And they've even done it now that you can actually level to the level you need to be just doing the story arcs, so you don't have to worry about the mindless grind or of the other mini tasks around you. Because, you think about it, it's like, yes, the story arc is new for each character, but you're on the same planet and you got all these other grinds that happen after you've done it once or twice. Because, taking a fact, the story arcs are pretty good all around, but after you've done it a few times, you don't want to do those ones again. You just want to focus on the main story arc. So that is what they've done. And also with Knights of the Fallen Empire and Knights of the Eternal Throne, those are beautiful add-on stories that I will be playing. So whatever character is selected, you can do that vote right now. And so far, it looks like the Bounty Hunter is winning. The Smuggler is in second place. And we've got votes for the Trooper, the Sith Inquisitor, and Jedi Consular in there as well. So far, no one likes the Imperial Agent, which I thought was kind of cool. For the record, I have a main character, which I'm not revealing yet to... I'm willing to do any story. Well, nearly all the stories I've played for a little bit, because at one point I had one of every single character class, and I played up some of them, but I deleted some of them, because I couldn't remember the story arc to go back to them. I just focused on one or two main characters, and that was about it. I've been in since the beta. Well, so part of the beta, then the special edition that came in, and disappointed a little bit when it first came out, but it's one of those games that's grown over time, and they realized their strength was storytelling, and that's what they did with the Knights of the Throne and all that. So the series was it Skyward can vouch. What was that? Where was it? What, I'm just now catching up in this. I know nothing about Star Wars, so I won't vote. Alright, wait. You play Star... actually, the KOTOR, Star Wars, that's the Knights of the Old Republic. That is the solo games. I'm actually talking about the Old Republic. Sorry, it's just the Old Republic. If I said Knights of the Old Republic, which is the MMO game, is what I'm talking about. But both the original Knights of the Old Republic were great solo games, and that was what influenced this as it goes on. And what can I vouch for, Blackheart? That's because you're supposed to approach the series. At Blackheart. What? That's me. Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, actually, some of the space games. Actually, some of the space games, there's this voice commands thing you can get for Elite, which cuts down half your tasks. And upcoming, there's actually going to be a VR element, which allows you to just look around your cockpit and everything. Which they're getting more and more things that are worth getting a VR helmet. Well, anyways, guys, let us get into... So far, the Bounty Hunter is leading. It's not really a game, though, and that's true. It like, we're going to the Arma conversation that I started. But Arma is not really a game. It is more a simulation. And it's based on real U.S. military simulation tech. It's not the full program, but it's based on that. So it's not made, it's not made for to be more of a game. It can be run as a really realistic game now with the judge elements, and you can make these little maps on the fly, but it's really for understanding and training objectives. Like I had this, we did a snipe. I was a spotter, and Renset was the sniper, and we were on a mission to take down this person. We had to figure out where we're going to get dropped, where we're going to move to, and all of a sudden we spotted two other people, and then we realized they were a U.S. sniper team, and this was a joint Canadian-U.S. operation, and we never got any intel that there was another sniper team in here as well, and they started getting into a fight. So we're like, what? All these little things that can go on and that, and my pack was way too heavy and wrong. The quartermaster had screwed up. That's another story. We'll leave that. Yeah. Anyways, guys, let us get to Batman now. The last final chapter. Now, I do believe, because we saved Harvey Dent, that Two-Face doesn't have a scarred face. Unless it happens in this episode. Because there's an image of him. What? Okay. Yes, there is an instance of Steam running. Did you want to run an instance of Steam? What? No, I didn't. Didn't mean to do that. Doop-a-doo. So he might not actually have a scarred face because we changed that part of history in the new revamp rules. Or it's going to happen now because there's a giant fire going on that he caused in my place. Can he be trusted? Well, hey, with a face like that, I will trust him. At least on this side. Come on, where's Batman? Where are you, Batman? Did Steam just say, yeah, I woke up, and that was it? Do I have a Batman running? Preparing to launch this Telltale series game. This is good. This is a good start. Failed. Game is already running. Okay. Where is the game running then? How is my Batman running? Oh, now it's running. He's Batman. Okay, Apollo, that kind of sounded a little perverted out of context. I'm just going to say that. Or I just have a perverted mind. Most likely the latter. So I'm doing that weird controller mouse thing, and I think I got my cables mixed up. Oops. I'm Batman. The last chapter. Here we go. Finally. Now, I will say, besides other weird things that happened that last chapter running, I felt that Chapter 4 was a little bit of a letdown. I mean, Chapters 1 to 3 was this roller coaster ride, but what I think it is 4 was that filler chapter, because Chapter 5 is the final. It's like almost as if this would have worked as a 4 thing, and they just stretched it out, and they added the Joker in there, but to be honest, I don't like, well, I didn't like what they were doing with it, because this is a whole revamp of the new Batman series based on the comics that are the new series. They're just redoing how it's done, so you're getting to play and see hints of what that comic is about. But here we go. Tried updating in 12 patches and they still didn't work. Blip. Something asked me, DX what? I've been having challenges with games just recently. It's frustrating. The fire was at the very end where he set the Bruce Wayne Manor on fire. Because I had a choice. Harvey Dent was showing up to Bruce Wayne's Manor, and Penguin was about to decrypt my Bat computer, and if he did so, he discovered my identity. I actually went after the one to stop my identity from being discovered. Also, Everly, which game is this? Is it a certain game or just all games in general you're having this issue? By the way, Everly, check my VODs right now, or I will check my VODs. I will check right now. Hopefully I'm not going to you're going to hear ghosting of me, I know it, because I don't have this muted. Video manager. Chapter 4 is still in my VODs. So you can watch Chapter 4. It has been muted at points because of music that was used. But Chapter 4 of Batman is still in my past broadcasts. It's still going to be there for a bit because it does bump them off after a while, but you got that on there. All right, so and here we go. So back to this. So let's go back to here. Okay, guys. Here we go. But as for the game thing, several games. Are you using